Welcome to Chanel. The latest as Russian offensive power seemed to peter out across Ukraine's eastern front. Mercenary forces from Russia's Wagner group doubled down on attacks against the Ukrainian defenders of Bakhmut city in the Donetsk region during the 55th week of the war. Ukrainian Colonel Alexei Dmytrashkisky said Russian ground attacks had decreased over the past week across the front from a high of up to 100 per day to below 30 per day, while there were between 2 and 9 attacks at night. Dmytrashkisky believed Russian forces had suffered significant manpower and equipment losses. The Institute for the Study of War, ISW, a Washington, D.C.-based think tank, believed Russia's offensive in the Luhansk region, which neighbors Donetsk, was petering out. The Russian offensive operation in Luhansk Oblast is likely nearing culmination, if it has not already culminated, although Russia has committed most elements of at least 3 divisions to the Svatov-Kreminna line, the ISW said. Russian forces have made only minimal tactical gains along the entire Luhansk Oblast front line over the last week, and Ukrainian forces have likely recently managed to conduct counterattacks and regain territory in Luhansk Oblast, the institute added. The United Kingdom's Defence Ministry in its latest intelligence update reported that fighting had also slowed round Vuhledar in the Donetsk region, and the only recent success had been seen in the battle for Bakhmut. Over the last week, Russian attempts to assault the Donetsk Oblast town of Vuhledar have almost certainly slowed. This follows repeated, extremely costly failed attacks over the previous 3 months. Russia's only recent tactical success has been in the Bakhmut sector, the ministry said. But in Bakhmut, the city and the Donetsk region where Russia and Ukraine have invested enormous resources, fighting was intensifying. On March 10, Russian forces were moving into areas of eastern Bakhmut vacated by Ukrainian soldiers when they retreated west of the Bakhmutka River on March 8. Geolocated footage available on social media appeared to show Russian forces herding Ukrainian civilians at gunpoint at a location west of the river. Their further fate is unknown, wrote a Ukrainian military blogger. The best things they have are backpacks. From 3 to 10 people walk in columns, behind them a Russian, with a machine gun. Ukrainian Eastern Forces spokesman Colonel Serhiy Cherevety said on March 11 that fighting in Bakhmut had intensified in the past week and that there were 23 combat clashes in the city over the past day alone. The following day, Cherevety said more than 39 combat clashes took place within Bakhmut. The General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces also reported that Ukrainian troops had repelled Russian attacks on Bakhmut. Wagner Group mercenaries, who have led Russia's fight in Bakhmut for months, tried in February to encircle the city, first from the south then from the north, in an attempt to choke off supplies to the Ukrainian defenders, but they have so far failed to do so. The ISW also believed Russian forces were not pursuing active or successful offensive operations elsewhere in the theater of war. It said that, as the pace of operations slows along critical sectors of the front, Ukrainian forces likely have an increased opportunity to regain the initiative. Within Bakhmut, however, Ukrainian forces appeared to be in a prolonged tactical retreat. Russian military bloggers claimed that Wagner Group forces had crossed the Bakhmutka River and engaged Ukrainian defenders. Geolocated footage posted on March 13 indicated that Russian forces had advanced along Sadova Street in southern Bakhmut. Another Russian target seemed to be the city's AZOM metal processing plant's industrial zone. Footage posted on social media on March 10 appeared to show Ukrainian forces destroying Russian ammunition close to the zone. By March 14, Russian military reporters widely claimed that Wagner Group fighters had captured the Vostokmash plant in the northern part of the AZOM complex. Images on social media reportedly showed Wagner troops inside the plant.